In the early morning mist, a fleet of Viking longships crested the waves toward the Northumbrian coast, oars churning quietly. Bjorn Ironside stands at the prow, scanning the coastline for the monastery rumored to hold great treasures. Within Lindisfarne Monastery, Edric the scribe copies sacred texts by flickering candlelight. Gudrun Shield Maiden rallies the warriors, urging silence as they approach land. Abbot Ceolwulf leads morning prayers, his voice echoing through the stone chapel. The longships silently beach on the sand. Norsemen leap out, weapons drawn, pressing into the tall grass. Edric hears distant shouts and rushes from the scriptorium, clutching his satchel of scrolls. Gudrun and Bjorn lead the vanguard, navigating low dunes toward the monastery's outer walls. Abbot Ceolwulf commands the monks to bar the doors, urging calm and faith in God. The Norsemen crash against the monastery's gate with a heavy battering ram, splinters flying. Edric and other monks retreat into the cloister's inner sanctum, hearts pounding in terror. Bjorn breaks through the gate, bellowing a command as Vikings surge forward. Gudrun's shield absorbs an arrow as defenders atop the wall let fly in desperate resistance. Abbot Ceolwulf kneels before the altar, beseeching divine mercy through frantic prayer. Edric hides behind a marble pillar, breath shallow, listening to chaos erupt in the nave. Vikings loot the monastery's storerooms, shoving gold chalices and manuscripts into sacks. Gudrun faces a monk, armed with only a candlestick. She parries gently and spares his life. Bjorn commands his men to search for hidden treasure and relics, scouring the abbey. Abbot Ceolwulf orders the monks to hide precious relics within a secret chamber behind the altar. Edric slips unnoticed into the secret chamber, sacrificing his own safety for the treasured texts. Norse warriors discover the secret door behind the altar. A tense standoff ensues. Bjorn demands the turnover of hidden treasures. Ceolwulf refuses, standing unwavering in the face of danger. Gudrun, moved by the monk's courage, hesitates to force violence, urging Bjorn to show mercy. Edric quietly passes relics to the youngest monks, helping them conceal them deeper within the chamber shadows. Bjorn's warriors grow impatient, clashing swords against stone and demanding surrender. Ceolwulf declares the treasures are for God, not for earthly plunder, his voice steady. Gudrun suggests trading a few treasures for the monks' safety. Bjorn considers the offer skeptically. Edric finds courage, stepping between his abbot and the raiders with trembling resolve to shield his mentor. Bjorn sees Edric's bravery and hesitates, recalling his own boyhood stories of faith and valor. Clashes echo outside as Norsemen and defenders scuffle in the monastery courtyard. Gudrun helps shield the youngest monks, wielding her own body to protect them from the fray. Abbot Ceolwulf blesses his frightened flock, promising hope even as shadows deepen. Bjorn orders his warriors to take only what they need, forbidding senseless bloodshed. Edric slips out of the chamber to rescue more sacred books from the scriptorium. Gudrun tends to wounded on both sides, wrapping rough linen strips around torn skin and broken limbs. Ceolwulf negotiates with Bjorn, exchanging a jeweled cross for the monk's safety. The first rays of full sunrise flood the monastery as hostilities pause, red light glinting on battered armor and broken stone. As the sun climbs higher, the battered doors of Lindisfarne creak open. Bjorn surveys the smoldering courtyard, his gaze lingering on wounded Norsemen and frightened monks. Gudrun kneels beside a fallen monk, carefully binding his wounds, Across the courtyard, monks exchange anxious glances, grateful yet stunned that the shield maiden shows mercy. Abbot Ceolwulf, standing amid ornate reliquaries, prays for guidance. His resolve deepens as he clasps a jeweled cross, considering the fate of his brethren in this crisis. Yadrik the scribe scours the rubble, searching for sacred texts to rescue from the pillagers. He hides a battered codex beneath his robe, sweat beading his brow. Bjorn Ironside solemnly orders his men to regroup as the first rays of sunlight break through the mist and shimmer on Viking shields. Gudrun Shield Maiden kneels beside a bloodied novice, washing his wound carefully with water from her own flask, her expression gentle yet somber. Abbot Ceolwulf gathers the surviving brothers in the sanctuary, his trembling hands gripping the wooden cross as he leads a somber prayer for mercy and peace. Edric the scribe, fearful yet determined, hides the damaged codex deeper into his robe and begins scribbling notes on the raid's events, determined to secure the monastery's story for posterity.